For over 30 years, a man named Mick Myers wandered the streets of California like a forgotten soul. To everyone around him, he was just another homeless man, quiet, polite, and always carrying an old guitar. Each day, he sat on street corners, playing soft tunes for spare change, surviving on the kindness of strangers. Most people barely noticed him. But one encounter would change the course of his life forever. Deputy Jacob Samuel, a local sheriff's officer, had seen Mick many times before, and warned him about panhandling near shops or traffic lights. Usually, Mick would nod and quietly move along. But one chilly morning, Jacob decided to finally issue him a citation. He asked for identification. Mick looked down and said softly, "Have one?" That answer stopped the deputy cold. "Mean you lost it?" he asked. Mick shook his head. "No, I don't have any ID. I don't even know who I am." Jacob frowned, confused. "You don't know?" Mick's eyes seemed distant, lost in thought. "I remember pieces," he said slowly. "A house, a big one, near the ocean. Expensive cars, a business. I think I had a family. But it's all foggy." The more he spoke, the more Jacob realized this wasn't the rambling of a drunk man. Mick sounded sane. Heartbroken, but sane. Went on to explain the only clear memory he had. Waking up in a hospital years ago, strapped to a bed with doctors telling him he was insane. He said, "I made everything up," Mick whispered. "That I wasn't who I thought I was." One night, he panicked and escaped. Since then, he'd been living on the run, afraid to go back, unsure of what was real and what wasn't. Deputy Samuel couldn't get the man out of his mind. Something about Mick's story didn't add up. So, instead of writing that ticket, Jacob decided to dig deeper. Back at his office, he searched through missing person reports, hospital records, and public databases. Then he found it. A match. Fingerprints led to a file that had been cold for decades. Mick Myers wasn't a nobody. He was a man who had been declared dead nearly 30 years earlier. His family had searched for him for years before giving up hope. It wasn't even the most shocking part. Mick's real identity revealed a life far more extraordinary than anyone could imagine. Jacob told Mick the truth. The man sat in stunned silence. Tears filled his eyes as fragments of memory returned. Faces. Life that once felt like a dream. The truth about who Mick really was left everyone speechless. The man who'd been living on the streets for decades had once been someone powerful, respected, and loved. Hit the like button and comment "Truth" for Part 2, because when you learn who Mick Myers really was, it will shock you to your core.